Hip-hop.
Anonymous.
Saturdays.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sapo Saturdays. You got your boy A AP Froggy, Bingus Frog,
Ribbit.
Doc Froggelday,
I'll be your Huckleberry.
and we would like to welcome you to Scratch Track Saturdays. We are working with the wonderful NFT project, Notorious Frogs.
Love 'em.
Welcome to the studio.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. We are Sapo Studios, and our goal is to bring the majority of profits and ownership rights back into the hands of musicians. We operate under the umbrella of the Notorious Frog NFT project, as A AP Froggy was saying over here, a.k.a. Frogland. We're going to be unveiling a marketplace where you can buy and sell stems and do a whole lot more. But until then, we're jamming with artists, chatting with them about music, life, and NFTs. And we're so happy that you're with us today. Maybe we should tell everyone kind of how we got here.
How did we meet, Bingus?
I mean, it's pretty ridiculous that we're all sitting here together because we're from very different walks of life. You're from Michigan. I'm from New York. Doc over here is from Idaho, the most random of the three of us, backwoods bumpkin.
That's the most. Michigan's pretty random too. New York just got lucky.
Yeah,
you just got lucky with New York, man. You just.
I mean,
you pulled the
I
rare.
definitely.
You had a good rare. You
I
pulled a
definitely
rare.
got lucky being born in New York. I love New York.
So let's retrack then. Where?
Yeah,
where did
let's
it all
retrace our
start?
steps. So about 11 years ago, ASAP over here got me a job catering, and the two of us are on all sorts of silly gigs, acting like Party Down. If you've ever seen that show, it's
a great show.
There was, I was doing a lot of work. I can't say the same for ASAP. He was doing the bare minimum, but having a lot of fun. We
Gotta
both
have fun.
We both went to a lot of parties on this job. I worked them, he attended, but it was a great period of time. But anyway, we were on this one gig, and we met Doc over here, and we were working a double that day. And the people that ran the catering company, they asked me, since Doc didn't have a ride, they said, "Hey, can you give this guy a ride to the second shift?" I was like, all right, I
I
guess.
just didn't want to walk.
not?
It was
I
like,
guess.
what?
I guess I'll cozy up to this weirdo.
Yeah. Hello.
So like, come on, man, get in the car.
So I hop in the car. We drive through these awesome mountains, and
Actually, I had to pull up to a 7-Eleven parking lot because the morning shift attire was different than the evening shift attire.
right. I
So we
forgot about
changed
this.
outfits into the bow tie, long sleeve white shirt.
And it did very much feel like we were changing costumes.
Yes.
The whole thing was very silly.
Costume change in the 7-Eleven
Yeah.
parking lot.
But what's really funny too is that we do have a picture from being in the car that first day. We look like the Best Buy Geek Squad.
Which I was going to say, man, the costume change inspired me to take the photo, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Because we looked like, it was just like, wow.
It was an interesting moment.
we
I
Where
pulled it
are
off.
we? Yeah.
And that is an iconic picture.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Epic.
It's
Epic.
pretty crazy that we have a picture from the first time that we met each other.
Yeah, I don't know how
We're
many
gonna mint
people
that
can
on
say
the
that.
blockchain.
We should.
We probably should.
We're gonna mint that one.
And we're still
Just thought
sitting
of it.
here starting our podcast.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sapo Saturdays. Welcome to it.
All this time later. And what's even funnier about that in particular is that you joked about, well, I guess you weren't joking. I always acted like it was a joke when you're like, "Hey, man, we should do a podcast." I was like, yeah, right, sure. That's a great idea. But like, I had no interest in that. You're like, "Yeah, man, we should do a podcast." And this was even like way before like the whole NFT thing. And you just kind of.
The Daves. There should have been the Dave show.
doxing
man.
us already.
Oh, whoops.
We're barely out the gate, and you're already okay. Well, I'm sure we're gonna get into that plenty on the course of the show. So yeah, we're the Daves.
There's millions of
there's,
people.
There's two Daves and an Adam here. We'll
Damn you.
Yeah, we'll dox you two.
This is so unfair.
A dox on you, sir.
Oh, how dare I?
So yeah, we got so many different names. That's the really funny thing about this space too. I mean, you're Doc Froggelday in Frogland. You're A-Bomb. You're Adam.
Asshole.
I'm Bingus. I'm Dave. This guy's got several names. Shia Bapoose. which well, I'll get back to that. But you got Shia Papoose, and you've got
ASAP
Froggy. You've got Dave as well. But yeah, what
Sometimes David.
you want to tell everyone what Shia Papoose is all about?
Yeah, we'll get into that on future shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Holding
literally
back the alpha.
Yeah.
almost
Got it.
fully doxed him and said his last name because that's another. That's what,
What
I
are
call
you
him.
doing, man?
That's what I call him.
Right.
By
There's
his
two
yeah.
Daves. Yeah.
You call him by his last name, right? Okay. Well, let's not do that today.
Yeah.
Give him a
Close
show.
one, close one.
Give him one show.
Okay, so-
before you dox him.
So from here, we meet each other in this magical world of catering, right? And we find out that we all have a similar interest, though, that we're out here to
Alcohol. No, you're right.
Yes.
Production.
Yeah, it was boozing.
No,
We all got
yeah,
boozed
yeah.
up, rolled down a hill, and that was it. And then the rest is history. I think that was what kind of we found that similar interest in, right? Why don't you tell?
I think we
us
shot
about
the
that?
drop. That's
That's what really kind of like I
kinda
guess
like
brought us together. Yeah. Tell him your
Yeah,
this
I
idea.
mean, no, once I found out that you had ambitions to be an actor, I kind of was going in that same direction. The other Dave here was a cinematographer, even at that point, in terms of
Shooting
like
stuff, yeah.
shooting stuff and getting out there and getting those 10,000 hours in behind the camera.
started in high school, man.
Yeah, no,
That's where and like why I knew how to use all those programs. Like shout out Doc Learmont.
Hey, let's
Let's
go.
My high school video teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild because I remember I would just sit behind ASAP and watch him run Final Cut. And I'd be like, how the fuck do you know how to do all this, man? He's like, oh, I learned this in high school. I'm like, bro, I barely even went to high school. I should have went more. You know?
Like
That
I
was-
said,
that was like-
very different walks of life.
Yes.
That was one of the
yes.
most awesome classes.
I
at
bet.
that high
I
school,
bet that
for
would be
sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's like a whole canvas that you just got to create in.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I used Avid.
Which is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was editing back in the day too because I had a class like that as well. Yeah, so it's
I just lighting stuff on fire and throwing it in the trash can.
yeah, you were lighting bags of shit on people's doorstep, weren't you?
A little bit.
Yep. Yeah, no, but so we came together having similar interests in that production area, in one aspect or another, and decided to put this short film together. So I wrote something up for us to shoot, and we got out there and started shooting kind of right after we first met, which is kind of really cool that we hit the ground running with being a production team of sorts, and that was like, talk about like a really cool like indie bare bones project. We drove like an hour and a half out into like the desert type area, into like the middle of nowhere, where you might get like Chainsaw Massacre.
Actually killed.
Yeah.
And Bingus made sandwiches for everyone. He spent all night making sandwiches for everyone, and I was like, yes, it's lunchtime, right? We break for lunch, and the sandwiches were all wet.
Oh my God!
Because you
Yeah,
wrapped
they
them in
will
tin
never
foil.
let me
You
live
wrapped
this
them in
down.
tin
I
foil,
wrapped
put
them
them
in
the
tin
ice
foil.
bucket like an idiot.
Yes,
He
I
wanted
should
them
have
to
put
be
them in
nice, cold
Ziplocs
sandwiches.
but like I wrapped them in tin foil.
I love the story because it shows
Oh,
your
I thought you
thoughtfulness.
I thought you were
love the
gonna say I
sandwiches,
still
man.
love the sandwich.
they were
Yeah,
great.
because the things that I've seen
I
you
ate
eat
them all.
over the years, I'd be coming out of my room because we lived
kinda
together for a while, and
Yeah.
I'd come out of my room and you're just like sitting there with legit just the
Pickle
giant,
jar.
the most
Tuna.
giant can of black olives you've ever seen, like bigger than your head.
The black olives. Where did? Oh yeah,
Costco.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, the
where'd you get-
Kalamata.
yeah.
Those are Kalamata olives.
Oh, Kalamata.
Those aren't black
Kalamata.
olives.
Oh,
Come on, man.
Kalamata
No,
olives.
Kalamata.
Oh.
Come on, man. You gotta know your olives, bro. That's completely
Whatever.
different.
But yeah,
I
no.
love black olives as
I
well.
do
though.
No,
like
but literally,
Kalamata olives.
well,
love it.
okay, but in one hand he's got the Kalamatas,
Kalamata.
that huge can. In the other hand, he's got also, because he just got back from Costco. These things are all giant.
They're large.
He's got this like giant can of tuna that he hasn't mixed any mayonnaise with or anything. He's just eating that out
Bulky,
of the can,
bro.
Like so, yeah,
Protein.
I could see you eating just about anything. Soggy sandwiches. That
Frozen chicken
sounds like a
nuggets.
step up.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that was the worst. You used to eat frozen chicken nuggets just
Yes.
straight out of the freezer. I don't think that's those. Well, I guess they were cooked. You just said I don't know if they
I
were
don't
cooked.
know.
That's not good for you. Jesus Christ! How are you living, breathing? How are you here?
So that being said, that led us here.
Yeah, all of that aside, it's really remarkable that we are all here together, but living and breathing as well.
Yes.
As you'll hear over the course of these podcast episodes, because there are a lot of stories like that where this guy just, there's no reason that he should be walking through those podcast doors every morning.
Right. As you listen more to these, as we hope you do, you will find out more about us.
I mean, well, what I hope to find out is meet some fucking cool musicians.
Yeah. So
That's-
we're not the focus
Well,
of this.
yeah.
It's really
It's
about
not
the musicians.
about me?
It's not about you, man.
Well,
as much as
yeah,
we've
and-
doxed
and-
you, we've doxed
This
each other
is-
now. We've talked a lot about ourselves, but no, this is about the
What
artists.
is it all about?
And the hope is to give these artists a platform to come share their music, collaborate with the community.
Yeah, I mean, Web3
Their
is giving
stories are the
people
sickest.
an opportunity to, start creating where they may have felt too scared to before because they had to put their face on it. And with Web3, it's kind of giving people an opportunity to do all of this collaborative work and kind of, I wouldn't say hide, but
Be anonymous.
Be anonymous.
Yeah.
And, express themselves more freely, perhaps.
And own your music and own your future for ever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah, and we'll
Over
get
your
into
music
that
and over your
more
stems.
as well as we move forward in this beautiful endeavor that we're pioneering here. But I think that's where we'll leave it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to see what we're about, and we can't wait to have you back with us and have some more fun with some artists, have some jams, and have some good times. So you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.
Sapo Studios out.